everybody, let's take a little bit of time and talk about this black box lab and talk about what it is and how it works. The background of the black box lab is that chemists, when they were determining what the structure of an atom is, or even today when they're trying to research more about atomic structure, they cannot see an atom. Even with all the technology that we have today, we can't zoom in close enough to see what an atom looks like. We've never seen a proton or a neutron or an electron. That said, what we can do is we can see the effects of a proton, a neutron, and an electron. Okay? And so what I have here is an object that's underneath this board. Okay? It's a piece of wood. Now, of course, I can take this piece of wood that's underneath here and I can flip it over and I can look at it. But that's not what we're trying to do here. What we're trying to do is simulate trying to figure out what this shape is based on indirect observation. Not being able to see what it is, but using something to see the effects of it. We see the effects of electrons every day. We have lights that turn on. A direct result of electrons is light. Okay? So we can see that electrons are doing their thing, but we've never seen the electrons. So here what we're going to do is we're going to use this marble, and I'm going to roll it underneath this. This has space underneath here. And I'm going to roll it underneath here to see how the marble behaves when it hits the object. Okay? So here's what I'm going to do. So if you're doing this in class, I'd probably get out a blank piece of paper or two blank pieces of paper, and I would put it on top here. Okay? And now what I'm going to do is I'm going to go slowly at first, but I'm going to use the marble, and when the marble rolls it makes noise, so I'm not going to talk over that, but I'm going to roll the marble and we're going to kind of see what happens. Okay? So when the marble goes underneath the board, when it hits something, it should bounce off kind of in kind of the same angle that it hit. So if I roll this, I'm going to start on the right side. If I roll this on the right side, we can kind of see how far it's going underneath, what happens to it when it bounces off, and then get an idea of what's underneath it. So here's what I'm going to do. Okay, so I'm going to start rolling this thing. So it seems like when I rolled this thing, it was going in an angle kind of in like this, but it didn't go in very far. You can tell it because it disappeared. It disappeared and immediately came back out. So whatever it is kind of here, and it's also kind of flat because when it went in, it only came back out at a little bit of an angle. Okay, so it may actually be not just maybe a little curved. Okay. Okay, so let's go on the bottom here. Okay, I'm going to move this up so that we can focus on the bottom. So I'm going to do the same sort of thing. Woo! That one was telling because it bounced off and went over. Okay. So again, as this is going in kind of here, notice it's kind of coming back off at not a huge angle. It's not going this way. It's hitting something right around here and then coming back off at an angle like this. Okay, so this has some sort of line like this. Okay. Now, let's see if I can recreate what's happening on this side when I hit this and it flew off. Let's see. Oh, look at that. Okay. So now this is a more severe angle. It's going in this way, but then it's coming off like this. So that's implying that that side looks like this. Okay? Okay? Oh, it's not that long. So it kind of stops here, because if I roll it right on the edge, notice it doesn't stop. Okay? So now what if I do the top? Okay, so let's look at the top of this now. Okay. So again, it's going in like this, and then kind of going off at a small angle here. So it kind of implies that this is going to look like this. Okay. Now I wonder if I can connect these two, or what's in between these two. I don't know if they connect, but I can see here. So what I'm going to do again is I'm going to go from the top, but I'm going to move this over, and then I'm going to see what happens. Oh, it didn't go straight. It hit a little bit here. Okay. Okay. So this seems to go down and then get bounced in this direction, which implies that this is a line that looks like this. So now our shape is kind of taking form. Look at this. We have this thing here. We have something that goes down here. Maybe we want to know what's here. So let's see. Okay. It looks like this, again, is going in and then bouncing off at the same angle as here. So this looks like it kind of goes like this a little bit. Oh, but then when we go here, it goes and hits this. So it looks like this is a side that looks like that. And so now I'm going to look at the left-hand side. I'm going to look at this side, and I'm going to do the same sort of thing. Okay? And so with this side now, I'm going to see how it bounces, and I'm going to draw the same sorts of things, and hopefully we get similar, we get an idea of what this thing looks like. Okay, so it goes in, and a lot of it went back out. Some of it went off there. That one was here and then went way down like this. Okay. Huh. Okay. But that one went in here and went up. So it looks like, again, that there's a side that kind of looks like this. Okay. And now, since I have this, let me see what happens with this here. Okay. Whoa. It didn't hit anything when it went in here. Okay. Yeah. It was definitely not this big here. So whatever it is only about that big. Okay. So, okay. But it's going in here and then bouncing off like this. So it looks like there's something going like this. Okay. Okay, so now I'm going to try to see what's up here in this corner. Okay. Oh, notice. So now I'm going in from the corner. And when I go in from the corner, it's kind of going like that. It's kind of going in and it's at a small angle. I wonder if I go in from the side, if it's going to be a bigger angle. It is. So I go from the side like this, and it bounces off at a bigger angle. So that gives me an idea that whatever this is kind of like this. Okay. What I have done is made a whole bunch of indirect observations to kind of get an idea of the shape. Okay, so we have a shape, and if I kind of look at what the shape looks like, I have this here. And it doesn't go that far down, but look. So it looks like I have some sort of funny looking octagon. That's what my indirect observations are telling me. Okay? So let me turn this over and see what's happened. Now keep in mind that this side is going to be over here, but let's see. When I turn it over, oh my gosh, look. Let me hold this straight, and then remember this would look like that. Okay? But look, I even have it in a way that is just about the same size. It's even turned at an angle a little bit. And it kind of shows this. This isn't exact, but this sure is close. And that's what we're trying to get across with the atom, the picture of the atom, is that we made a whole bunch of indirect observations about the atom. There's electricity. We know that electrons can fly off, despite us not being able to see the protons, the neutrons, and the electrons. Okay? So here's the activity. I'm going to get a couple more of these, and I'm going to have you watch the video and do some indirect observation and see if you can figure out what shape is underneath the board. Okay? Now, let me establish a few ground rules here. The shape is going to be a normal, kind of regular shape. Okay? It's not going to be some sort of weird, funny, like, squiggles and something with a hole in the middle or something like that. Now, keep in mind the people who discovered an atom, the structure of an atom, they didn't know, they only had ideas. So, there may have been holes in the atom. They didn't know. But for this class, I'm going to give you a normal shape, circles, squares, stuff like that. Okay? And then I'll roll the marble underneath it, and you'll look at how the marble goes in and goes out to see what shape it is. So let's see if you can do some indirect observation. This is number 4, and what I'm going to do again is I'm going to roll the marble under, and you're going to see how it reflects off of this thing so that you can try to get an idea of what the shape is. And I'm going to go all the way around it. I'm going to go here, and I'll go in the corners, I'll go in the top, and then I'll go on the sides and the bottom. Okay? So here's what I'll do. I'll start at the top, I'll start it here, and then I'll go each place. And so you may want to pause the video and see what each thing does. Okay? Okay, so here we go. Okay, so it's interesting that when I roll this on this direct straight at it, it bounces straight back. But when I come over here, notice it kind of is a small sort of angle. Oh, look, I can actually get it to bounce it. I can actually get it to bounce at different angles based on the way that I'm rolling it in there. So straight. Whew. Okay, when I roll it straight, this one came way down here. This one bounced. This one came almost straight back. Okay, that was a bad one. Okay, so let's look at that one more time. Roll it straight in. Okay, this one, roll it straight in. Severe angle. This one, roll it straight in. Severe angle. Roll it straight in there. So this is the edge. Okay, so now the corner. Notice again, it's going straight in and straight out. What if I roll it like this in the corner? Okay, so it goes in, out, boom. Okay, what about this part of the corner? This part of the corner. Okay. So it appears to be going in and out. Okay. So now this side, the right side here. Okay. Okay, so notice here when it bounces down in this way, and when it's above here, it bounces down, up that way. Okay, it's kind of an interesting thing. Okay, so let's go here. Okay, bottom corner. Okay, so now the bottom here. Okay, now the bottom left-hand corner. Okay, now the left-hand side. Okay, and now the top left-hand corner. Okay, so that was all the sides of sample number 4. Okay, so make a prediction based on indirect observation about what you got. Okay, so let me get another one out and we'll do that one. Okay, so here is number 3. Okay, we're going backwards. We started at 5. Now we're looking at 3 here. Okay, we did 4. Now we're going to look at 3. So I'll do the same thing. Okay, I'll go around the whole perimeter, and you get to decide what the shape is. Okay, so I'll start at the top, and we'll go from there. It all seems to be going at the same angle. Whether I go in this way, it bounces off. This way, it bounces off. There's not one place where when I hit it, it's bouncing off and coming out this side. Okay? So now let's do this top right-hand corner. Okay? Woo! So again, wow. So that was coming in and going way down. Okay, let me do that. Let me try that again here. Okay. seems like when I get close to this corner, it pops over this way. But when I get further down, it seems to bounce and come down this way. Even when we're on the right-hand side, when it goes in straight, it seems to always come down off of the same angle. What if I go in like this? Okay. Ooh, that one didn't hit anything, so okay. So again, it looks like the same. Then again, it looks kind of similar angle. So okay. So now let's see here. Lower right-hand corner. What happens when we go that way? Seems like it's always bouncing off and going this way. Okay, what if I go in like this? Oop, that one didn't even hit anything. I went up like that. Didn't even hit anything. That one didn't seem to hit anything, or if it did, it only hit it just slightly. Okay, what if I go like that? Okay, so this is going in and reflecting off of that in that way. What if I go like this? Okay, so this is similar to this side. Okay, so now the bottom. Seems like this whole bottom, when I roll it in, it's always coming off at the same angle. Except it stops about right here, it looks like. So, because if I roll this under here, it comes out the other side. Okay. Okay, so now the bottom left corner. Ooh. Okay, so when I do the bottom left corner, it looks like it's hitting and coming out here. Oh. It's coming out the top. Okay, bottom left corner is always coming out the top. Okay, now what about the left-hand side here? Okay, let's see. So again, oh, that one, that seems to give you an indication of the size. Went straight through there. Okay, what if I go down here like this? So it's going straight in and bouncing off at pretty much the same angle most of the time. Okay, so now the top left corner. In the top left corner, oh, that went this way. Let's see. Oh, that hit and went off here. Okay. Okay, so a lot of it goes off here. So that was shape 3. Okay. So that is how we use indirect observation. In this case, we used a marble and how the marble reflected off of the off of a wooden shape in order to see what the shape is underneath each piece of wood. It's hidden. Okay? So hopefully you got the right shape. Have a great day.